Hey guys, it's Sakina, and I had to do this daily Bible study because God told me to. Last night, as I was going to sleep, I was reflecting and just kind of asking God, like, what do you want me to do? You told me to create content for 30 days. Give me some ideas because I don't normally create this much content. That's when I heard book club. I was like, okay, book club. And I was like, what kind of books? I mean, I do read a lot, but then immediately after I heard book club, I heard Bible study. So I think God just wants me to focus on putting out more messages from the Bible. And so that's what I'm going to do. And when I heard that, I was like, okay, well, you're going to have to tell me what to focus on. Like, give me the verses, give me the chapters. What do you want me to share in this Bible study? And it was pretty quiet. I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear an answer to that question. But right before I woke up this morning, I heard Deuteronomy 12:13. And so I woke up, turned to Deuteronomy, and read chapter 12, verse 13, which is very, very short. I'm going to share it with you guys here in a second. But it's so short and that I had to read almost the entire chapter to kind of get the concept and the context in which it was in. So I'm going to go ahead and read to you Deuteronomy 12:13. It says, "Take heed to thyself that thou offer not thy burnt offerings in every place that thou seest." Now, if you read the verses before this verse, it talks about how God is giving his people the land and to destroy all the places and things that came before it, overthrow the altars of the people who previously lived there, break their pillars, break their groves, burn down their groves with fire. All of these things because these people were setting up different altars to different gods and they were not living in the way that God had wanted them to live. So he was basically saying, this is now your land and this is how I want you to live. And this is not the first time that I've read verses like this in the Bible. It's throughout the entire Bible. God talks about how angry he gets when people set up altars to other gods and are making sacrifices to all these other gods. And that's when he he basically destroys everything. But this is basically telling his people, this is what they did before, and I want you to, don't do what they did. Do this. And he gives clear instructions. So if you're wondering how God wants you to serve him and how he's asked his people to serve him, I would implore you to read chapter 12 in Deuteronomy because it gives you a lot of good insight as to how God wants you to worship him. This verse is also another good reminder of obedience, just listening to what God says and being obedient to the orders that God has given you. If this word was helpful for you, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.